Hey, what's up guys, Vlad here, back again with another NVMe review. This time this is the Sabrent Rocket Q4 drive. If you saw my previous video about the Rocket 4 Plus, you know how that one performs. This one is a bit slower, but again it's extremely affordable. So let's see what it brings to the table. So yet again, packaging is extremely nice. It's super premium with a metallic case and the whole look of the package. It comes with a heatsink which you can easily mount if your board does not have one, as this drive can reach some high temperatures if used without a heatsink of any kind. Mounting is easy, peel the bottom thermal pad, put the drive in, it goes one way only, you can orient it by the screw hole, take the top part of the heatsink, peel the thermal pad also and align with the holes on the side. Use the provided screws to secure it in place and boom, now you have a drive that can be used in any board with a great heatsink. I'm quite impressed by the Rocket Q4's sleek looks. Little touches like the black PCB cool white sticker and the copper heat spreader that spans the SSD surface gives the drive that cool looks. I mean, look at it compared to the Rocket 4 Plus, in my opinion it looks better. It comes in an M.2 2280 double-sided form factor with 2 NAND packages, the controller and a DRAM chip on the top of the PCB and another 2 NAND packages and a DRAM chip resides on the bottom. But what is the main difference between this drive and the Rocket 4 Plus? If you're familiar with a bit with NVMe drives and how they operate, the Q in the name stands for quad-level cell technology used for NAND chips on it. But compared to the TLC technology or triple-level cell, QLC has one weakness. It can't withstand much abuse to say as TLC can. So that is why this drive has an endurance rating of 400 TB written versus the 1400 TB written for the Rocket 4 Plus. So this is the price to performance cut down and why this drive costs less. Of course, this is not a bad thing unless you're planning to use it to constantly transfer something. This amount of data is enough for some 4 to 5 years of normal use. It won't immediately stop working, on the contrary, that is when the performance may degrade once it passes that 400 TB written threshold. Of course, I haven't yet mentioned the performance of this drive. It can reach 4.9 GB per second for read speeds and 3.7 GB for write speeds. It's still pretty impressive compared to some of the best Gen 3 drives, actually compared to some Gen 4 drives as well. It uses Phison E16 controller paired with Micron 96L QLC NAND chips. It is built on a 28nm process node and features 2 Cortex R5 CPUs with dual co-processors. However, rather than operating at 666 MHz clock rate, the E16 runs a little faster at 733 MHz. The co-processors operate at a lower speed and help offload some of the firmware routines from the R5s for both improved performance and efficiency. The E16 leverages a DRAM cache for mapping FTL data. It has 2 SK Hynix DDR4 DRAM ICs that operate at 1600 MHz. Of course, it's backwards compatible with Gen 3 specs as well, so if your board has Gen 3 support only, it will work, but with speed limit of Gen 3, and that would be 3.4 GB for read and 3.3 GB per second for write speeds. It supports Phison's 4th Gen LDPC error correction control, secure erase functionality, as well as stream and smart data reporting. It does not support AES 256-bit hardware encryption. It does support end-to-end datapad protection and power management technologies though. Rocket 4Q comes in capacities of 1 TB, 2 TB and 4 TB. Prices are $130 for 1 TB model, $259 for 2 TB model and $600 for 4 TB model. So as with all Rocket drives, Sabrent offers a free copy of Acronis True Image so you can clone or backup your drive. It also has its own SSD toolbox which you can use to monitor the drive temperature and update its firmware. It also has a sector size formatting tool for those who need to change between 4K and 512 sector sizes. Here are some benchmarks so you can see how it compares to the Rocket 4 Plus and also to some other drives that I am using in this system. So as you can see, it's no slouch at all. Speeds are more than adequate compared to the latest Crucial P5 Plus drive, which you will see a bit more in the next video, and also compared to the Silicon Power US70 drive. Rocket 4 Plus, of course, takes the win, that is without a doubt, but Q4 is absolutely amazing with its price to performance ratio and also the looks, of course. Too bad you won't be seeing it all the time as you would need some sort of heatsink on it, but it sure is a looker. 2 drawbacks are its only weaknesses, and one being the QLC NAND compared to the TLC NAND, that is, you can still use it without worries, and the other one is the warranty period, 1 year without registering the product and 5 years if you register it on the Sabrent website, which I highly recommend you do. Oh, and here is a bonus thing. This is Sabrent's toolless NVMe external enclosure. This allows you to use any NVMe drive externally through Type-C connection. Installation is super easy. Open the enclosure with the push of a button on the side, put the drive in and make sure to secure it with this rubber screw. Pop the top cover back in until it clicks and boom, you now have an external NVMe drive. Speeds with this are limited to 1500 megabits per second for read and write as well. This is a neat thing to have for sure, as you can swap drives within seconds. Of course, thanks to Sabrent again for sponsoring my latest editing rig. I am using all these drives for content creation purposes. Rocket 4 Plus is used as a main drive for all the projects, while Q4 is storing the completed projects. Other drives are there for operating system and cache purposes. Overall, this is one great content creation machine. More on this in my future videos, as I will explain why I chose all the parts. So make sure to subscribe to my channel, leave a like, share the video, and I'll see you in the next one.